Okay, so here is my weekly update. So I will just start by saying I am having so much trouble getting back on track from being out of school and having off work for the holidays. I did get back to work and I had a paper that I'm trying to finish up to get sent for my dissertation. And so I was working on that, so I was more focused on that really. I did do all the workouts, so I am back on track as far as going and working out every day, 5 days a week. And I actually think because the other program I was doing doing a workout 6 days a week. And these last 2 weeks, I've just been doing 5 days because this program is a 5-day gym program. But I actually think I kind of like doing 6 days. So I may play around with that next week, doing something on Saturday too. Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of new developments, but let's see here. Where to start? So I don't know if I'd say I'm struggling with my diet, but I am struggling in the sense that with the 12-week program, it was like crunch time. I knew that it was going to be 12 weeks and that I had to be pretty good in terms of my diet for all of those weeks to see any sort of substantial results. And so I find myself being more lax on the diet aspect, and I was focusing more on the gym. This week at the gym was so much better. I still did get sore on my first leg day, which was Tuesday, but it was not like the first week. So I think my soreness is now pretty much over with, at least to the extent that it's gonna be somewhat debilitating and miserable. I will say, the week before last, I forgot to mention this, I was so sore that I couldn't really sleep well some nights. I would wake up and I could feel just the pressure from just laying in bed on my legs. I could feel it and it was waking me up. And I had that a little bit this week. I think it was on Wednesday night, maybe. But it was not anywhere near how it was the first week. So I'm hoping that I'm over my DOMs and everything now for the most part. But yeah, the diet, I did pretty well the first part of the week, but I was trying to work in these purple carrot meals that I still had left over, and I was trying to find ways to be a little bit more flexible with it. And I had mentioned, I had bought some vegan, different types of vegan fake meats from the frozen section, and I think I'll still be able to work those in. It's just, I don't know, it was just hard this week to stay on top of the diet. And one mistake that I made was, I can't remember what day it was, if it was Thursday or Friday, but one of those days my roommate and I went grocery shopping. And we were hungry when we went grocery shopping. We went after the gym and we got a bunch of bad food. It wasn't bad food, but it was bad compared to what I really have been eating. So I still haven't eaten fast food, which is good, but we got a bunch of bread. I don't know what our deal was, but we just wanted bread. He's been kind of trying to limit his carbs, and I've been definitely limiting my carbs from what I would like to eat. And so we just had a carb crazy weekend. So yeah, Friday and Saturday we ate a bunch of bread and oil. We got this oil to dip the bread in. And so yeah, my calories went way up all over the weekend. But one thing I hesitate to say this, but I still want to moderate my calories. I don't know, we'll just see what happens. But my goal this week isn't necessarily to do my diet perfect, but I am gonna keep trying to get more protein in. So I think as a vegan, what I've realized is protein isn't nearly as important if you're not trying to go to the gym. So I think most people in their normal day-to-day life like eat way more protein than they need. So I'm not going to necessarily say too much, but more than they need. But if you're trying to build muscle, from what I've watched from a lot of these like vegan bodybuilders, is if you want to really like build muscle, you have to like really try to focus on taking in more protein, because it is hard to get a lot of protein on a vegan diet. Like, that's just the facts. You know, I don't think it's hard to get the healthy amount of protein if you're not trying to like weightlift. But if you are trying to actively build muscle, you do have to focus on protein. And so that's going to be my goal this week, is just trying to focus on protein and making sure that I'm upping my protein. I think what the recommendation is to at least get the amount of protein of your body weight in. And this week I was getting about 123 grams a day. And right now I'm back up to approaching 140 pounds. I did put on some weight this week, which didn't surprise me, but I also wasn't that messed up about it, because I'm like, I'm kind of okay if I put on a little bit of weight at this point, because I am more focused on building muscle right now. But I do still have a pretty high body fat percent, so I don't know. We'll just see. This week was kind of like a weird week, so I feel like I'll do better next week, but yeah. Anyway, I got a couple of things to try to make it easier. Like, I'm just trying to make meal prepping and eating as easy as possible. And my Walmart is starting to stock way more plant-based options. And so I think I said this in another video, when I start seeing my town having more plant-based options, I get excited and I want to buy them, even if they're kind of like junk food a little bit. But I'm not going to consider this junk food, but I found 3 flavors of Gardein soups. I had been eating the Amy's kitchen soups, just because they're not all vegan, but they do have several vegan soup options. And in the meal plan, I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but anyway, I'm gonna start putting these in. They have, so each can has 13. This one has 13. This one has 15 grams of protein. And then I got this other one that has 13. So I feel like this will help me get a little bit more protein, because the lentil soup that I was eating before didn't have a lot of protein. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to get another protein shake in. So I don't know. I'm just going to play around, but this week is going to be more focused. Not so much focused too much on the calories. I want to try to stay below 2,000 because my maintenance is, like I said, I think it's around 1,700. So yeah, I want to try to keep it below 2,000. And try to focus on protein this week. So that's it. And yeah, sorry, my brain is just all over the place right now, because there's just so much stuff happened this week. My roommate has been wanting to build like a home gym, and over the break he ordered some equipment for our little gym space that we've been building, and I've actually got a really nice little gym space. I haven't really tried out, we got a cable machine, and it's like a cable machine and a kind of Smith machine all together. So it's, I don't know, it's pretty versatile. He's been working out on it the last couple days, and today after I finish this, I'm going to kind of look at how many of my gym workouts that I can do here, because I don't really like fighting over machines at the gym. And when we go to the gym, it's about a 20-minute drive. And so if I can just save that time in the morning and do it here, I think it will be better. And he's gonna get up and help me, so that issue that I was having with working out at home, I'm hoping that if he's there with me, that I won't feel the need to get distracted and not finish my workouts. So I'm going to play around with that this week, doing some of my workouts at home, and yeah, just kind of still playing around with my diet a little bit. But yeah, I don't really want to do my measurements this week, but I guess I will, just to stay consistent with it. So let me run through my apps real quick, and then I will do my measurements, and then I'll maybe I'll show you the gym and how we have it set up right now. Okay, so on the apps, we will start with my Fitbit app. And yeah, so my weight had been staying around 136, 137 for like the past couple of weeks. And then this week, it jumped up to an average of 139, 140. So yeah, the weight is definitely creeping up, but I'm also working out, and hopefully, you know, I know that like it doesn't really, like muscle doesn't really weigh more than fat, but I'm hoping that I'm building muscle and burning fat, and some of that weight might be more muscle. I don't know. But yeah, you can see the trend line is starting to trend back up. Let's see how it looks over 3 months. Yeah, it's starting to come back up. And I kind of have this goal of trying to stay like around 140 or below 140 for now. But yeah, so that's where the weight is at. And then for my Fitness Pal here, so you see there, like the beginning of the week, not so bad. And then, yeah, Friday and Saturday just went a little bit crazy with the calories from the bread. And as far as my macros, yeah, still high on the carbs, went a little bit higher on the fat this week. Still more than double what I was getting in protein in terms of the percentage, because back when I just wasn't really focusing on hitting any macros, it was about 10% was protein and like 50% was carbs. So still doing a little bit better, but I want to try to bump that up in terms of how many carbs I'm getting every day, since I am trying to work out and build muscle. So that's that. All right, so here is how we're looking in the practice bikini. Hi, Bisque. Hello. All right, and I will change my bottoms into something a little bit bigger and get my measurements. All right, let's get this over with. So let's see. Around my band. Oh my gosh, this is tangled. Last week we were 30 and a quarter. I may have put, I tend to put, I'm noticing now where I put on weight like immediately, and it seems to be in my back here and my chest. So it is 30. So that's weird. Okay, last week it was 30 and a quarter, now it's 30. And then my chest, well, I mean, I guess I was doing some workout on my back this week. I still really like the workouts, so at least that's a good thing. My chest looks like bigger a little bit, 35 and a quarter. So last week it was 35. My waist last week was 31 and a quarter. 31 and a quarter. Oh, all right. This week it may be a little bit bigger. Oh my God. Yeah, 32. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. I thought it was like way bigger. Looks like my hips are, let's see, last week it was, did I measure wrong last week? Because right now, last week I had 39.5. This week it's looking like 38 3/4. So, and then my thigh, I go up 6 inches just to get the same measurement every time. And last time it was 21.25. Now it's looking like 21.5. So looks like I put a lot of that weight into my stomach and maybe my thighs, which my thighs are feeling more firm already. It's just crazy. Like after working out just a week, 2 weeks, I'm starting to feel more toned. So hopefully some of that weight is muscle. I think this is all the bread maybe from the last couple days. So that's where we're at, and I will go take a quick shot of our new gym. Okay, so I've still got like my equipment from before. I've got that little set, and then I've got some mats, a foam roller, and then this basket just has like some bands and different things. But then my roommate got a whole set of weights. I think they go up to 50 pounds. So I'll have plenty of dumbbells to work with. And then he also has this kind of like easy bar curl and a plate set. So we've got these plates here to work with, and he's got some others that are a different color, but we kind of like the black right here, but we're gonna put the other weights on that rack. I've got a smaller bar for me to use, and then we've got like the bigger barbell right there, but I think that's a women's barbell because we had a bigger one and it just like we couldn't fit it in the rack, so we traded it out for a women's, but he's gonna use that one too. But then this is the machine, and I think I'm gonna be able to get, aside from like some of the leg stuff, I may still use like the leg extension and hamstring curl machine at the gym, but I think I can get almost everything I need done here because it's got cables on each side to do some cable work, and then we've got some different attachments, and then this is kind of a Smith machine with the bar, so I could do like bench press stuff. I can also do like squats. This thing, you can slide it out so I can get in there and do some squats with it. But one thing I figured out I could also do is I can stand on it and then use this pull-up bar to do some assisted pull-ups. So I think that's gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to work my workouts in the plan to try to do most of the exercises with what we have here.